Hey everybody, hope you're having a great week this week. Been talking a lot about death lately with my son. You see, my son has a terrarium and he likes to collect all sorts of frogs and bugs in it, and recently he caught a toad at my parents' house. And he named it Buddy, and he put it in his terrarium and caught all sorts of crickets and fed it to the toad and had a great time with it. But he came out the other morning and the toad had died. And he was very upset by that. And so we took the toad into the backyard and we buried it, put a little rock as a headstone up for it. And my son seemed to be satisfied with it, but we talked a lot about death. And I was reading this week in Philippians, the first chapter, in verse 20. And the Apostle Paul says these words, and I want you to listen and pay attention to them. He says, "I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death. For to me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain." So I want to ask you a question today as you sit here and watch this. I want you to ask yourself, what am I living for? Am I living for money? Am I living for popularity? Am I living for pleasure? Am I living for power? For Paul, the only answer to what to live for was Jesus, because it was the only thing that meant anything to him. His purpose was to live and die for Jesus. So maybe instead of asking ourselves the question, what am I living for? We should be asking ourselves, what am I willing to die for? The only answer to that question should be Jesus and his mission. Hope that you can answer that question that way. Make it a great week.